Hello, welcome or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey. This is a reading for Libra, wherever Libra shows up in your chart. I hope you're all doing well. If you watched your human design profile reading this last round, I went on a rant about these videos no longer being edited at all because CapCut made a change to their terms of service that I thought was really crappy, and I don't want to find a different software to use. So whatever happens during these readings is going to show up on YouTube. If my dog starts freaking out about somebody walking by the window, if I'm sitting here for an extended period of time, literally staring at the cards, because sometimes it takes a minute for words to get from my head to my mouth. All of that's going to be in there. The other announcement that I want to make is that after these rounds of readings, I'm definitely going to do the zodiac sign readings. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the human design profile readings. I'm going to be taking a breaky poo for at least a month, maybe two. It could possibly be permanent also. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I recently started EMDR therapy, which has been amazing, but also heavy, and I love it. I feel like it's exactly where I need to be, but I just feel kind of fragile. And I definitely, so like I said, I definitely kind of need to take a break from that, or for that reason. But also, this channel is probably like the only consistent thing I've done for the last 3 years, except for breathe. And honestly, it hasn't grown as much as I would like it to. And it's kind of one of those things of, putting energy into it and just not really receiving energy from it. Which, it is what it is. It's not a failure by any means, but also just having to be conscious and aware of where I am putting my time and my energy, and if I am getting reciprocal, energy in exchange for that. So, like I said, I don't know. I really don't. It makes me really emotional to think of not doing this anymore. And I have to consider even where that is coming from. So, that's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be sitting with and bugging all of my tarot decks about as well to get clarity on. So anyway, that is the announcement. Let's get some cards for Libra. For Libra, what you got? Man, I feel like Libra has been going through it though the last couple months. I'm trying to think of how it went last month. Was it better? Okay, well, clearing some things out. We have the Death card. It's called Broom in this deck. The Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And the Devil behind that. Still going through some stuff. It seems like to me. But also, it is moving through the energy as best as you can. I kind of hate that this girl is about to smash this spider, though. I don't know. I mean, you know, like, I get it, but also, if I find a spider in here, I'll try my best to, like, get it into a cup and throw it outside. Oh. Anyway, it just makes me sad. But the broom, like I said, it is a death card. It says, tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Love that. I also love, too, that, you know, there's these boxes packed here. One of them says donations on it. It really is like clearing out gunk or clearing out energy, too. Truly, right? I mean, even like our possessions, the things that we own, carry energy, right? And if they have served their purpose, then they're literally just like taking up space. So even, you know, donating books that you aren't going to read again, you know, donating clothing, you know, making space in your closet for new clothes, you know, or again, on the energetic side of things too, clearing out thought patterns, behavior patterns, just things that maybe you have like also healed through, but they still pop up, right? Because it's so easy to just slip back into a pattern. But, you know, again, just making a conscious effort to not, you know, slip back into, like, to allow yourself to stop when you feel that old stuff coming back up and being like, okay, let me dig into my coping skills tool bag, you know, and how can I react differently, or how can I approach this differently, or if it is accessible to you, can you not take action or do anything about it until you have clarity around it. I mean, truly, the death card says that something has to end in order for something new to begin. And I love that it's the first card that comes out too. Because it's like, get that out, you know, like, be done with that so this other energy can come in. Like, what's that saying? Every new beginning disguises itself as an end. However, though, the end is just as important. And truly, like, the new beginning can't even show itself until the other thing stops, you know, or ends, or is cleared out. Even, you know, like with these possessions, right? Like, by clearing that stuff out, you make room for new stuff. Not that, you know, just go out and consume stuff, but, you know, maybe you have an interest in a different decorating style, or, you know, just kind of want to change the vibe of your space, right? Like, you have to get rid of some shit so you can do that. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which says, sorry, but fairies aren't going to come and do all the work for you. Bro, that feels like a read, actually. Like, if you are waiting for somebody to either do it for you or to push you through it, no, like, this is something for you to do. This is work that, and truly, it's only going to benefit you by doing it yourself. Putting in the work, even right over here, by like cleaning, packing things up. I'm kind of curious what the book says about this. I love that this cat is actually dressed as a fairy though. And there is a fairy up here. So it's kind of like the support is around you. It's more like like passive support versus active. Like there are people that are cheering you on, but those people, it is not like their responsibility to, and I think that they know it too, whether it's intuitive or, you know, they also they know that you have the juice, right? Like they know that you can do this, whatever that is. And they're there to support you through it, but also it's like something that you have to like pull yourself out of. That's interesting. Let's see. It says, oh, to think that it used to take this witch an entire day to build just one fairy house. These days, she can build 8 of them in a single afternoon, no problem. It's one thing to manifest something into your life. However, it's another thing entirely to do what's necessary to make sure it has any chance of coming true. Though you may wish one of the fairies would come along to magically do the work for you, that's never going to happen. But there is nothing stopping you from using your own magic to get it done. All the blood, sweat, and tears you put into enhancing your skills will eventually be worth it. Who knows? Soon enough, you may be teaching others how it's done. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? It's like this is your thing to learn. And it's only going to benefit you going forward. Maybe too, like maybe you even need to see that you have the strength, the gusto, like within yourself, you know? You do. Of course you do. But again, like, you know, the pattern may have kept you from seeing that. And now it's like, no, it's there. It's been there, you know, this whole time. You got it. And again, you have support around you too, which is beautiful. The Four of Pentacles says, treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. I love that she's like holding different, they almost kind of look like tarot bags to me, but they're probably purses. The Four of Pentacles talks about holding on to something too tight. It's like being too strict with your budget. It's the mindset or the habits that you develop that put you into the scarcity or lack mentality of the Five of Pentacles. The book says, I'm just holding my resources close. You never know what could happen, right? The witch says, chuckling nervously. Most people would probably agree that that the responsible thing is to have a few dollars tucked away in case of a rainy day. However, this card may indicate that you're doing much more than just saving a few dollars here and there. It may have started as a way to create a little security for yourself, but all you've done is all you've created is unfounded fear around spending. This isn't to say you should go blow all your savings on a cauldron full of frivolous things, just that you're worthy of being spoiled sometimes. So go buy that plant or crystal you've been eyeing. Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like that's a mentality that starts the snowball effect of the Five of Pentacles, which is scarcity and lack, feeling like you don't have enough. And two, we were talking about energy clearing over here, right? If you saved money like if you were saving up for a certain thing, if you had a certain number in mind that you wanted to get to in order to feel really comfortable, let's say you've gotten there and you've even gone a little bit over on that. Allow yourself to treat yourself. Again, right? Like nobody is saying to clear out your savings and just, blow it on whatever, but also allow yourself to have a little bit of fun. Allow yourself to treat yourself here and there, because also too, it like makes all the other shit worth it. You have your nest egg, right? Now you can get yourself a massage or treat yourself to dinner, or buy that plant, whatever. Which I feel like is also like very fitting for these things over here. Because again, right, if you have been in a certain energy, and especially too, if you have been, because Pentacles has to do with our physical body too. And if you have been preventing yourself from physically moving in a direction or literally doing anything because, nope, it's not in the budget, it's not in the plan, it's not blah, 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 whatever, right? Then it's also like creating this stagnant energy. So it's, it's like, it's loosening the reins a little bit, and also believing that you're capable. People around you know that you're capable, but like you're the one that is, keeping yourself stuck. You're the one that is reinforcing the belief, right? And especially because we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Are your actions really as selfless as you think, is what it says. And, swords have to do with our mindset, belief systems, truth, honesty. I also see swords as being the suit of ego, because that's generally where we tend to hear our ego, is in our minds. And our ego is created by the stories that we attach to experiences, feelings. It's how this happens. I also see the Seven of Swords as being the card of us fooling ourselves. Truly, it's limiting beliefs, it's self-sabotage. It's being, petrified of this little spider that probably wasn't bothering her at all. Listen, I'm not, I know people have a real fear of spiders. I'm not trying to, be insensitive to that at all. I'm just going off of the imagery on this card, right? Because there's this thought bubble up here with the Seven Swords and this little spider that she's about to kill. And it's, again, right, it's this, it's reacting out of fear and out of ego too. Like there is a belief, there is a story that has come from somewhere that is controlling what you do and what you don't do. And the energy here is available for you to reframe that, to take, actionable, practical steps towards something for yourself. This whole reading is literally just about you. There's not a single other person on any one of these cards. So really, it is like about you climbing out of the hole, which is hard work, but you have support. You have people around you who will support you in doing so, but it's not their job. And they know it. It's not their job to pull you out. You got to do this one on your own. And I love you. Okay, I'm leaving it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soonish. Bye.